Batman 1989 just celebrated its 31st birthday a couple days ago, and with all the talk of Michael Keaton coming back as Batman in the next Flash Paradox movie, I thought what a better time to review Batman 1989, one of my favorite comic book movies of all time. Batman 1989 stars Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson, Kim Basinger, and Billy Dee Williams, and shows Michael Keaton with the black mask for the first time, and I gotta say, this movie was revolutionary. As before this movie, we really did not get any super serious comic book movies that were this dark. You had the Superman movies, but even those were still very, just not dark and not serious enough, and they were still kind of funny at the same time. And obviously the Adam West of Batman movies, rest in peace to Adam West, were also very cartoony, and while they were accurate to the comics of those times, the Batman we know today and the comics we get today are just not the same. So it's easy to overlook Batman 1989 and not see how truly revolutionary that movie was, as before that, Batman was just bang, kiss, pow, and funny. It was more of a comedy almost, but Tim Burton took the Batman and just made it so dark and so serious, and it took itself so serious, and this truly revolutionized comic book movies today. There's a lot of people that I know that say Michael Keaton is Batman and he is the best Batman, and for good reason. When he puts on the black mask, I honestly don't think there's a better transition from Bruce Wayne to Batman, as you literally don't see the little 5'7" manlet known as Michael Keaton when he has the black cowl on. You see fucking Batman, and he's such a badass, and I just love the suit. It's just super dark. It's anatomically correct just in his core and his pecs. He doesn't have, nipples like couple other Batmans. Rest in peace Joel Schumacher as well, who just passed away a couple days ago. But he looks like a badass, and he looks super comic book accurate to the comics of those times. Batman did not have super cool suits such as like the Batman Beyond movie, and even the Dark Knight movies. It's a little less simple, but this simplicity almost helps the character of Batman look even cooler. Watching this movie again a couple days ago, I tried my best to cut all nostalgia from the table. I tried to make it seem like I've never seen this movie before. And I gotta say, 31 years later, this movie holds up, as Tim Burton did not use a lot of special effects and a lot of CGI in this movie, as it wasn't really a big thing at that time. It was big, but it's not today where everything's CGI. And a lot of the action is in camera. It's kind of like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies. Everything is in camera. You see every punch, you see every fall, you see all that stuff, and seeing it and it actually happening with a stuntman. Of course, it wasn't Michael Keaton. It just looks so good because it's all practical effects for the most part. I only saw 2 times where CGI was used, mainly when he was in the Batship, and also when him and Kim Basinger's character are driving down to the Batcave. You could tell that it's like a little toy car they're using, and also that there's some CGI in the background. But overall, this movie holds up very well today, which surprised me a lot, as I haven't rewatched this in a couple years, and I forgot how good this movie really is and how well made this movie is. And obviously, the performances. Jack Nicholson, obviously, he gives one of the most iconic performances of all time. But really, when I see Jack Nicholson's Joker, I kind of just see Jack Nicholson, as he's done this with One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. He's done this with The Shining, and he did this again with the Batman. It's almost like he wasn't even acting. He was just being himself, and Tim Burton happened to be recording. But he is such a weirdo and so fun as the Joker. And obviously, like I said, Michael Keaton was great as Batman, and Kim Basinger was a pretty alright love life for Batman in the first movie. But I do have some flaws with this film. My biggest flaw with this movie is Michael Keaton's interpretation of Bruce Wayne. Now, I don't put this on Michael Keaton. I put this more on Tim Burton, because I'm pretty sure he wrote Batman, aka Bruce Wayne, to be more of like this calm, collective, cool guy, when in reality in the comics, he's supposed to be this annoying, cocky bastard who lost his parents, but it's almost like he doesn't even care he lost his parents. He cares that he got all the money from his parents, and he's just cocky and shows everything off. So it kind of adds to the illusion of him being Batman and no one knowing it, because it's like, why would this cocky asshole go out in a black cowl at night helping the city, when in reality it doesn't seem like he gives a shit about the city. He only cares about himself. One big thing I also do not enjoy with this movie, this is a spoiler, you have been warned, is that Jack Nicholson, aka Jack Napier, aka Joker in this movie, is the one who killed Batman's parents. Now, I see why that adds to, Batman hating the Joker even more. But Batman is supposed to hate the Joker, but almost need him because it's his main counterpart, and he wouldn't be Batman without the Joker. And I like the fact in the new Joker movie, he's not the one that pulled the trigger, but he's the one that started the cult of the man who did pull the trigger. So it's almost like he can't blame the Joker, but he can't. So it adds stuff to his mental issues with Batman, because obviously a man going to dress up as a bat vigilante at night hunting down crime is not a stable man. I'm just going to say that right now. And the very last thing that I do not enjoy with this movie is there's a scene. It's the scene in the courthouse when the guy walks out and then Joker kills him with the pen. There is 3 cops in the background just watching, looking like they didn't just see a man get murdered. And it's not until Joker's big freaking henchmen come and start shooting that they actually pull guns out. It's like, that man just got murdered and you're just standing there. Come on, you're a fucking cop. What are you doing? But I literally love Batman 1989. And honestly, comic book movies today would not be the same without this movie. And this movie does not deserve to be overlooked just because of what Christopher Nolan did with his Batman movies. As yes, they are better, but this, in my opinion, is the most fun of the Batman movies and the easiest to watch of the Batman movies, because you don't have to be as invested with this movie. You could just watch with the kids. You could just watch with your homeboys and just have fun and have a chill night. I'm going to give Batman 1989 an A-. Like I said, this movie has its flaws, but if you're able to overlook those flaws for the most part and see what this movie has done for movies today, I know you will thoroughly enjoy yourself watching Batman 1989. Make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button, turn the notifications, as next month I will be reviewing the next Tim Burton and Michael Keaton Batman movie with Danny DeVito and Michelle Pfeiffer. Batman Returns. Lost my breath there. And every single month leading up to the newest Batman movie with Robert Pattinson, I will be reviewing a new Batman movie. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, keep watching movies.